The small and medium enterprises sector in Africa is characterized by a huge number of micro enterprises. Most companies are small because of legal and financial obstacles, and also because quite often there is not a linkage between large firms and small companies in Africa. The value chain is often broken, or quite often not well developed. Why are SMEs so important? In high-income countries, SMEs contribute almost 50% of gross domestic product. In low-income countries, the proportion is sometimes about 16%. In the Asia-Pacific countries, around 40% of total employment is contributed by SMEs, and SME output accounts for between 60 and 80% of GDP. However, in Africa, the contribution of SMEs to GDP is only about 10%. In general, SMEs are extremely important because they contribute to employment growth at a higher rate than larger firms do. And in the longer term, they provide a significant share of overall employment. SMEs also help to increase competitiveness in the marketplace and thereby decrease the monopolistic positions of large enterprises that otherwise would limit output and employment. SMEs also help develop and promote entrepreneurial skills and innovation and play an important part in the provision of services in communities. They also focus on local production and skills, and all this would ensure that skills and knowledge are made to flourish in the local area. Adding capacity training in key areas like mechanic shops and tailoring shops, hairdressing and barbering, traditional catering, electrical repairs, radio, television, refrigerator repairs, furniture designs and carpentry, plumbing and masonry, merchandising and retail trade are paying dividends and boosting incomes across Africa. Fortunately, economic reforms across Africa are beginning to focus on strengthening the private sector as a way of creating jobs and raising the level of living. Still in view, debt management and economic development. But up next, the hidden economics of consumer regulations. People often rant against regulation. However, there are times when it is clear that regulation is really good economics. If you want to buy a used car, how do you, the buyer, truly know what condition the car is in? If we want to purchase insurance, how does the insurer really get the truth about the condition of the thing being insured? Anytime the flow of information is not assured between the buyer and the seller, the government may want to come and help us. Many people, when buying a car, only look at how it looks. If it looks good, they buy it. That's not the way you should ever buy a used car. We need it to be required that every used car be certified by well-accredited mechanic shops. In this manner, when you want to buy a car, you want to be sure you are getting value for your money. If you are insuring something, the insurer would need a piece of paper, a document that they can hold to validate whatever claims the insured is making. This must be enforced by the government. It does a few things for society. It can create jobs for those doing the validation, and by the way, their contract will be terminated and they will lose their jobs if they provide false information. Most of all, this kind of regulation gives a lot of information to the people so they can make decisions that make them happy. For now, before the regulations come in, when you are trying to buy a used vehicle, don't just get excited by the look of it. Check how old the vehicle is, what year it was made. Finally, check under the hood. That's the bonnet. What you don't check there can make you very happy or indeed very sad as you drive down the road. Our hidden economics for you.